How's everyone doing? Karen here. I'll be your host for today, and we're talking about our New Year's resolution. Now, we all know what New Year's resolutions are. We break them every year. This year, I've got a pretty good detailed plan on how I'm going to lose weight. I need to lose a few pounds. I've been overweight for a lot longer than I'd like to admit. So that's my biggest physical goal. When it comes to transition, I have one huge goal this entire year, and that is to get my name and gender marker changed across the board. To get it changed for my driver's license, Social Security. Apparently the Veterans Administration is the hardest one to do, though. It takes forever and they suck. I don't know. I'll find out, because it's my biggest goal of the year. Now, I didn't know anything about gender change or name change and stuff like that. So I Googled it. When all else fails, Google it. I don't care if you use Yahoo or Bing or Google. Just go online and check it out. Brought me to a website that actually had it all listed out. In fact, had the proper documents you needed and all that stuff. It was actually all laid out right there for me. It was just right there. So it gave me a pretty good roadmap. Also, using Trans Roadmap is not a bad idea in itself. I have liked them for the past. They're pretty good. First thing you gotta do is you gotta get all the forms from your local courthouse. It can be 4 or 5 or even more depending on where you are, depending on what you gotta do. But they're all actually available online, so finding them isn't that hard. After you get your own paperwork filled out, you gotta then go to your physician where they fill out another piece of paper. Remember, this is a bureaucracy, and it's got to be by the book, where your physician says you've gone and done your clinical whatevers for gender change. Step 3, you have it reviewed. Remember, this is a lot of paperwork. It is a bureaucracy. You're going to be going through the steps. You want to make sure it's all good. The last thing you want is for your gender change or your name change to be put on hold because you didn't, cross the T's and dot the lowercase j's. After you have all your paperwork filled out, you're going to want to make sure you have multiple copies of it. Triplicate is a really good way to go, having 3 of your own copies. This way, if anything happens, the courts lose it, but you want to make sure you have a bunch on hand so that way you can see you did it. You want to make sure you have your own copies of these documents and you have proof of them, and make sure that your side is set. Now you take all those files that you have down to the courthouse, you turn them in, and the clerk stamps them. They keep the original, they give you back the copies, and then they give you a court date. Again, because this is a bureaucracy, you will pay a fee. Remember, bureaucracy makes it very efficient, slow, methodical, and everybody plays by the same rules. Oh yeah, there can be a waiver for that fee if you don't have the money for it. I know that this is a trans youth. There are a lot of people who are still living with their parents or rather young. I'm a broke college student. If I didn't have the GI Bill, I would be honestly destitute. So court fees, we all know, is going to add up. So you can't actually apply for a waiver fee, a waiver for the fee. Might as well try. Now, the list I have says you have to publish your name in the newspaper saying, you're going to do it. That has actually been changed in the state of California, which is my home state. Governor Brown, alongside AB 1266, is looking out for the trans community. You no longer have to do that, which is awesome, because that means you are not outing yourself to the entire world. This is one of the biggest steps we take in the trans community to truly and really become who and what we are. Now this step is really, really important to me, because I should finish my associate's degree this year and then move on to a real college, to a 4-year. That means that my birth name will not be on my degree. It means that when I transfer to that new college, I don't have to change my name there and with my old college. Everything will be on there. In fact, the last step is after you get the court to sign off on it, you change all your documents, you re-register to vote. If you're under the age of 18, now when you register to vote, when you do turn 18, your name reflects who you truly are. If you don't have a driver's license, when you get yourself a driver's license, or if you do have one, it reflects who you truly are. Now, hopefully that's helped you out. I know this is something really big for me this year. So, till next time, thank you for watching. Click that like button, favorite, share everywhere with anyone. Hopefully this has helped you out. But remember, if you're looking for this information, just Google it. Till next time.